All right. Well, the hour is rolled over. I'm about to get in on this. I'll give Black Dynamo a few seconds to scurry away. We'll chat later when you decide to delete something. Cool. Have a good one, dude. Sorry you couldn't be here. I appreciate you stopping by nonetheless. Very cool move. But do they really leave? Psst. It's almost like, I've got a few more of those left. But don't worry, I'm gonna explain everything that I think about what's going on, which I feel like is pretty flippin' obvious, honestly. And I will not be dissuaded. From my position, from my point, we're gonna upgrade weapons. Right now. Wait, what? Who do we have equipped? That was the thing. Okay, light machine gun. Yeah, there's still some points that we can wring out of this thing. You know? There's 28 of them. There's no point in wasting that. There's like a materia slot somewhere in here. I should take that. And if you guys can hear any background noise at any time, let me know. Usually I arbitrate that, but you know, it's I don't know, man. It's one of those days. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we'll just up attack power, I guess. That'll do. That'll do for Barrett. Audio still seems fine. Perfect. I honestly think it's like, I think I've narrowed it down to like specific settings. The headset that I'm using doesn't have like multiple channels. Like it's not capable, like if you plug it into a computer, everything that plays through the speakers, well, everything that plays through the headsets, like headphones, will play, how do I explain this? Okay, so if we were like in a Discord call, and I were playing a video, and I didn't have like, I had all the sound settings to just come out of my headset, you would hear the video that I was playing. If we were talking in a Discord call, you would hear your voice coming through my headset, even though no actual sound other than my voice is reaching the microphone. Does that make sense? So like, there's these really, it's just really weird, and it causes problems on the PlayStation as well. I have to tweak the settings in such a specific way that it doesn't like create the feedback that it does that causes the echoing. It's very strange. Like, okay, I don't know, man. The next time any of us are in a call, I'll use this headset and you'll see. Every time you speak, my picture will light up. Even though there's no sound coming out, except my voice. It's like being sent to the Shadow Realm. Alright, are there any more materias? This is for Tifer, right? Oh no, we can't afford it. Okay, check this out. Attack plus 10. Boom. Looking dumb. And speed up. Good. A good use of resources. I'm pretty proud of that. Feel pretty good about it. She's learned Fleeting Familiar, not Ray of Judgment yet. I guess we're just going to leave it. We're just going to leave it the way it is. Can I get like another materia slot out of it though? If I can get like one more, that would mean so much to me. Nope. Sure can't. Okay. Well, let's see. I guess magic attack power plus 10. And that'll be that for Aerith. And then there's Clued, who I think I can't spend on anything anyway. All right, we're good to go now. We're good. Do we have all our materia set up? Is everyone... I think this is Barrett, right? Do you like how I made it much cheaper? I made Oh Hush really, really inexpensive. You're welcome. All right. Let's do this. I felt like it wasn't fair to charge so many points for something that ultimately does nothing. So I thought I'd make it inexpensive. And just purely fun. That's me, always thinking. Just a heads up, my energy's a little low today. So we're just gonna roll ahead. We're just gonna hike our skirt up and wade through the ankle deep water. Basically have Pale laugh at you for 1 point every 24 hours. I mean, it will probably make me laugh. Yeah, it's always fun to see that someone wants me to shut up. Let's do this. Wait, do I have Tifer? It doesn't feel like I have Tifer. Oh, there's Tifer. Sorry, I'm being very paranoid. It's just Clued right now. It's just Clued. Let me double check one more thing. I probably should have done this before the stream. Very sorry. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right, let's go. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. The end of the game. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Just kidding. Cloud Stroganoff. Nice. Wow, look at all these feathers. What's that about, do you reckon? Also, hey, Jazz, welcome to the stream. Did I miss anyone else? I hope not. I'm very glad you're here. I did not miss anyone else.
Okay, asshole, let's...
No, they see him. Because that's actually him. That is actually physically Sephiroth.
And you're wrong.
Those who look with clouded eyes see nothing but shadows.
Everything
And now
about you is wrong.
And now you get the title of the stream. Kind of.
All born are bound to her. Should this world be unmade, so too shall her children.
He's wrong.
The world won't end today. But you will.
Yeah, he's a little wrong about the origins of this planet and what Genova actually is.
Listen.
He basically read about the history on UrbanDictionary.com, which is, like, not good. It's not the way to do it.
Destiny comes.
Gross. Oh wow, who's that? Who's that guy who looks just like Cloud and is named Zack? Who is that? Who is he? We don't recognize him. He wasn't in this game.
We drag our asses all this way. And this is the welcome we get.
So this is shot for shot the ending of Crisis Core, which is the prequel to the Final Fantasy VII story.
Boy, oh boy. The price of freedom is steep.
Zack is a very good boy.
Embrace your dreams. And whatever happens, protect your honor. As a soldier!
He forgot his materia in his other
Come
pants.
and get it!
Keeps it empty so he can look through the holes. It's a tactical advantage, really. Sure, he can't fire a spell, but he uses eye materia.
I'm waiting, Cloud.
Okay, alright. I see you. Thirsty ass little twink boy. I see you. Cloud's like, well, alright.
This is the point of no
He did
return.
ask nicely. I said what I said. I don't take it back. He is a
Destiny's
big twink, that's true.
crossroads.
Big top energy.
Then why did you stop me?
I'm not really sure.
Right? The gall of this
What will
man.
we find on the other side?
Freedom.
Freedom. But from what?
Boundless, terrifying freedom. Like a great, never-ending sky.
Like the fear of not knowing what's going to happen next.
What you heard just now were the voices of the planet. Those born into this world, who lived and who died, who returned. They're howling in pain.
Because of him, Sephiroth?
Their words, they don't reach him. All these moments and memories, precious and fleeting, they're like rain rolling off his back.
Thanks for clipping that, Mimi.
And when they're gone, he won't cry or shout or anything. He'd tell you that he only cares about the planet, that he'd do everything in his power to protect and preserve it. But this isn't the way it's supposed to be. There's no greater threat to the planet than him. Sephiroth has to be stopped. He has to be. And that's why I'm asking you to help me. I know that together we can do this. But if we do, we'll be changing more than fate itself.
Indeed.
If we succeed, if we win, we'll be changing ourselves. I guess maybe that's why I hesitated.
You said it yourself. He has to be stopped. And frankly, I've heard enough howling for a lifetime.
He's been hearing it the entire playthrough, if you've been keeping track. So I'll reveal a little bit right now, and I'll reveal the rest a little bit later. Something is going on here, and Aerith has known about it the entire time, because she is an ancient. She can commune with the planet. She can see the life stream. And so she's known the entirety of what has happened, is supposed to happen, and will happen. But what's beyond this gate is a complete mystery to her. That's what's terrifying. Every time that Cloud has had one of those episodes, he hasn't been having flashbacks of his past. He's been having flashbacks of his future. A future that Aerith is all too aware of. So, having said that, let's move on. When you cross the barrier of whispers, strange and terrible things may be waiting on the other side. Before making the leap, make sure that your party is well rested and well stocked with equipment and materia. The vending machine back on the expressway will have everything you need. Cool. Let's save our game just for fun. Just seems like the cool thing to do. Everyone at home's doing it. There we go. Good times. I'm going to throw up from anticipation. All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Whatever happens, we'll be okay, as long as we stick together.
Yeah, the benches and vending machines are the real MVPs. Wait, can I talk to everybody?
Is it our destiny to defy destiny? It's an interesting question.
And the answer is yes.
Will there be whispers on the other side?
Sorry, I skipped that one a little bit.
So if we go through that thing, there's no coming back. I don't know what kind of freedom we're buying, but I know it'll cost us.
Cloud, we should go. If we wait any longer, I don't know.
The gist is Sephiroth has forced our hand, correct. And it goes without saying, Sephiroth knows what's going on too, because he's the reason it's happening. Let's go!
Never tried to challenge destiny.
This could well be her last line of defense. It won't be easy.
Let's go.
I'm ready. Are you ready? Luckily, we conveniently got to level 50 in Midgar. Not quite. We're like in the early 30s, you know? You didn't see that coming. To be fair, I think we are leveled higher than the party would be in the OG. That's true.
Wouldn't be the first time I spit in Destiny's eye.
The question is, how has Sephiroth become able to cause all this? I have a theory, which I'll share in a moment.
Daddy's coming home real soon, honey.
Honestly, he really does give off some pretty strong daddy vibes. Not just because he is like a daddy, but you know what I mean. I know what you mean. We know what we mean. Cool guys don't look at time rifts. That's right, they look through them. He's got top energy. Exactly. You got it. You've been paying attention.
Don't know about you, but looks normal to me.
Yeah, it's almost like they didn't do anything at all. But they did.
Over there.
Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. This big ominous whispered butthole in the sky. Me too. Me too about it. Why not? I've got time. Yeah, it's not looking so normal now. Whispers what the Nakis want. How will our heroes get out of this one? Stay tuned for the next exciting episode. Same Mako channel, same Mako time. Since shit is so real, is he going to tell us his name? Who? Whomst? Kitty Dog the 13th. No, we don't learn his. We only know his government name for now. Although a neat little observation about Red 13, the letter M is the 13th letter of the alphabet, and Red 13's role in the game, in the original game, is that of a red mage, as he has a little bit of healing in his limit breaks, a little bit of magic damage, a little bit of physical damage. Red M. I'm a red mage. I do like red mages. They're cool. It's a Heartless. A lot of people compare this sequence to Kingdom Hearts, and I resent it. But if that's what you guys see, I won't fight you. Original FF7 was so confusing. I actually don't know how Cloud actually got Mako infused. I think he was an experiment too. He and Zack got captured after the Nibbleheim disaster, where Sephiroth went crazy and set fire to the place. They got captured by Hojo and they were experimented on. Zack was fine because he was already in Soldier, but Cloud was not. So he had a pretty bad reaction to the Mako and Genova Cell infusion. Almost didn't make it, yet somehow he did. Zack is a total bro. Okay, so before we move forward, that scene with Zack, like I mentioned, that takes place right at the end of Crisis Core, well before the events of Final Fantasy VII. In fact, he is the one who brings Cloud to Midgar in the first place, that allows Cloud to encounter Tifa and start this game in the first place. So, there's the Whisper Harbinger, an accretion of whispers, the so-called arbiters of fate. The creatures appear when someone tries to alter destiny's course. They're connected to all the threads of time and space that shape the planet's fate. So, multiple timelines. I think we can probably infer that. I'm very excited, by the way. I'm so happy to be able to talk about all this shit now. I've been sitting and for years, for months.
You're alive.
Happy to see me?
Wouldn't go that far.
Ha!
So that thing. That's a whisper too, huh?
Looks a lot more like an arbiter of fate than the others.
We can beat them.
It does hurt quite a bit. Hurts me hard. And this is the salve to that pain. The balm. Wow, look at these guys. That's a gun, some fisties, and a sword. I don't know if we know anyone like that, but I guess I'll just try to fight them with my fists and gun and a sword. Let's see. The Whisper Rubrum, an entity from a future timeline that is manifested in the present day. It fights with a sword to protect the future that gave shape to it. Welcome, Nikki. Welcome to the stream. There is a flashback sequence. If you find the lab that they were experimented on, you will see the flashback sequence of Zack and Cloud getting experimented on and then traveling to Midgar, and then Zack gets shot to death. And then for whatever reason, Cloud suddenly dresses and acts like him, or at least who he thinks he's like him, with his sword. Okay, so now is the point where I'm going to explain this. Let me move my camera really quickly. Let me move it down here for now, just so we can keep that text on the screen. That we're fighting a grimoire again. So does that mean that Cloud, Barret, and Tifa become the DNA of all things or something? So this part isn't clear to me. I have all of this pretty tight, but this part is unclear to me. To me, these three are either a version of Cloud, Tifa, and Barret from other timelines, trying to stop them from doing this, or, which I think is what it is. Other people think that this is Kadaj and his squad of teenage J-Rock boys from Advent Children. Advent Children has actually quite a large effect on what's going on here. So let me lay out what's happened here. So we start this game. Several things are wrong. For one thing, after the first reactor is destroyed, Sephiroth shows up. His actual real self shows up and talks to Cloud in a very intimate manner. There's no way he should know who Cloud is. Not by this point of the game, not by several points of the game. Cloud was never in Soldier. He was a grunt that went on the Nibbleheim expedition with Zack and Sephiroth. Sephiroth has no idea who he is. There's no reason he would know him. Furthermore, Sephiroth's actual body is in a crystal in a cave somewhere, and is for the entirety of Final Fantasy VII until the very end. Any instance of Sephiroth that you see is actually Genova, or one of the Genova clones, those men in the cloaks that are not having a good time, instead of actual Sephiroth. He uses them as proxies, right? So, how is the actual, real, physical Sephiroth, one, able to know who Cloud is by this point in the game, and two, actually physically there? This is Sephiroth from Advent Children. He has used the Lifestream to travel to another timeline in order to change what happened so that his plan doesn't fail. And Aerith is aware of it. The whole time. That's what this game is. And every single time an instance of something that isn't supposed to happen, the Whispers show up to correct it. Aerith almost falls and gets captured in the church when the Turks are after her. A whisper helps her back up. Barrett gets stabbed to death by Sephiroth. That's not supposed to happen. The whispers undo that. Wedge survives the plate fall. That wasn't supposed to happen either. The whispers are very mad about it. There's like Hojo reveals the fact that Cloud was never in Sephiroth. Gay. That Cloud is never in Soldier. Shouldn't have happened either. They carry him off. So yeah, that's what's been happening this entire time. This game is not a remake. It's a sequel. The title is remake as a verb. It's not a noun. This is not the Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is Final Fantasy VII Remake. You've seen the evidence, Rule 34. Hey, Mazehold, welcome. So now that I've gotten all that out of my butt, I've actually managed to miss all bits of this game relating to Zack. Zack showed up for a moment in a cutscene. We're going to see more of him when we press on. And I think it's very important also to reiterate that Zack gets shot to death at the end of Crisis Core. It's what allows Cloud to basically wake up with Zack's clothing and sword and thinks that he's part of Soldier. Because the entire time, Cloud is like, brain dead from the Mako and Genova Cell experiments. So Tifa finds him not in a great place, and then inducts him into Avalanche. And that's where the game starts. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Recoded, Dream Drop Distance. Yeah, here come the Kingdom Hearts jokes. And Knuckles. Yeah, so pretty cool, right? Like, I think that's pretty neat. I think, my opinion is that to do this instead of a one-to-one remake is a much better idea. Because this doesn't play with people's expectations. It subverts them and moves the story in a direction that's so much more interesting. So before we cross this threshold, remember what Aerith said. What's on the other side is freedom. Terrifying, boundless freedom. It's breaking free from the timeline, from the proper timeline. What happens after this is a complete mystery. Will Aerith die? Will anything that happens happen? Will they meet any of the characters the same way they met them before? It's completely off the rails. Part 2 of this game could be anything, because they no longer have to follow the events of the original Final Fantasy VII. This feels like what if a huge game dev company decided to make a fanfic into an actual game? Kind of. I wish another remake or retelling would have done this and not been called DMC. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. So, I'm super jazzed about this. Not quite Frontier jazzed, but very jazzed. I'm very excited. I think this is cool as shit. And so, with that said, let's fight the Whisper Trio. They all have the exact same description. It just changes the weapon. So it fights with a gun. It fights barehanded, right? But it's all the same thing. Why do I find shit cool? You're concerned for me? I don't like not actual poo. But, this. So, let's go ahead. Let's start fighting stuff. And getting hit immediately. Okay, good. Why do you always come back to shit? It wasn't me. It was Nikki this time. I say shit in place of the word stuff. Okay? And she did like a goof on me. I don't know if you can see this, but every time it's trying to hit me, I activate counter stance, aka the best move in the game. You're currently playing Final Fantasy VI? That is the best Final Fantasy. Good job. Very good taste. Good choice. Alright, I have to move my face again. We're done with the we're done with the explanation. There we go. Alright. Let's give a Cura to Clude, I guess. There we go. That takes care of that.
That'll do. Give me your best shot. I'm waiting.
Okay, that didn't do anything. I thought for sure I was going to get somebody with it. Yeah, anytime someone answers which FF is best question, I always ever hear 6 or 8. I'm surprised that people say 8. I'm not really going to go too far into it. I think 8 is fine, but it's got problems. It's got problems, guys. They just released the Pixel remake on Steam. Oh, it looks amazing. Doesn't it look amazing?
Just go.
It looks so good.
Shit! Look out! Run, damn it, run! Move your ass!
I'm trying, man. I only have one ass. Well, yeah. Irvine is a sexy man. Eaten like a sexy man can. Ooh, Fyraga. Here's what I think of Fyraga. I think nothing about it. Counter. This move is amazing. Sorry, Tifa. I'm cheating on Tifa right now. Poor Tifa. Getting neglected. Now that I have my new toy. The only FF game I've ever personally finished was FF13. Oh, crap. Oh, I was too early. Crumbs. Am I Team Tifa or Team Aerith? I like them both, honestly. I like them both. I have strong opinions about both of them in the positive. Shit.
Keep it together.
Right. Wait, no. Let me switch to Tifa. There we go. You like Aerith a lot better in the remake? Yeah. Well, I think tone really helps a lot. Because she's still really feisty in the original FF7. It's just more difficult to read tone from text, right? And then the way they characterize her in Kingdom Hearts makes her seem like this angelic, sweet girl. When, you know, she's not really.
Come on.
Oh, that didn't even reach me. Didn't even reach me, bruh.
Here we go.
Talk about bad hitboxes. This guy can't even hit me at close range. You're into big booba ladies that beat the shit out of things? I mean, me too. I feel like they both have that energy, though. Tifa's just a little bit more out in the open with it. Thanks for shooting a van, Barrett. Thank you. Do I still have a grappling hook, or what are we doing out here? Oh, okay. Friends who like FF7 and know about the Japanese version have suggested to me they failed on a lot of levels in English. Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, that too. Same with Final Fantasy VIII, by the way. Did you guys know that Squall isn't supposed to be that standoffish? He's just supposed to be, like, nervous and shy. Like, he comes off like this edgelord douche. Just because they localized it poorly.
Damn it!
Ow! Should probably get, like, some more cures in here, maybe.
Get ready.
You see how much damage this does? It's actually obscene. Oh, did I interrupt? Okay. I still haven't forgotten Reaper. She's still in there. Kingdom Hearts basically makes every character watered down to the point of being brain dead, don't worry. Accurate. Wait, how do we fight the main body? We just keep attacking this then? Oh, I guess so. Okay. I messed that up.
Hang back. Come on.
Need my help, do you?
No. no, I don't. Yeah, that big spike in damage is the counter stance. It's insane how much damage it does. Like, that's ridiculous! It's crazy. You kind of like Zaz? At least he was fun and chill. Yeah, I'd definitely say he's one of the better aspects of Final Fantasy 13, characterization-wise. They are kind of 1D archetypes. Vanille is really good too, actually. Vanille's she gets the most character development. She's the most fully realized character in Final Fantasy 13. The first one, anyway. Hey, Aerith. What's cracking, lady? And dog boy? So this is the ending shot for Final Fantasy VII if you beat the original game. It shows Red 13 and his fam.
A glimpse of tomorrow if we fail here today.
Good, D. It was for him. I did it all for you, Ryan. I did it all for you. You want to punch Snow most of the time? He deserves it. Yeah, that's right. That's what he gets for his hubris. These guys just don't give up.
Damn it.
Oh no, if we fail, Red 13's gonna run.
Well, the big one is way over there. However...
Hang on a second. I have to address that. I can't not address that. Okay, so what happened in that scene was we saw the ending of the original Final Fantasy VII, right? Like 500 years later, Red 13 and his family are running towards... what they see on the other side of the cliff is a Midgar taken back over by nature. And then we come out of that flashback, and Barrett's like, what the hell was that? And Red 13's like, that's the future if we fail today. What they're doing right now is completely subverting the original timeline's intended course. So that's what that means. If they fail here, the timeline will resume as it is meant to. They will fail at breaking free from it.
These guys are right here.
Now I'm gonna punch him. Oh no, I lost my Tifa. No! Tifa, please!
I'm waiting.
Gotta love
I guess we just gotta do it with the two of us. Sephiroth wants you to succeed anyway? He wants this. Well, he wants a different timeline, right? That's the reason he's doing all this. Things didn't really go his way the first time. It has to be different. And them destroying the rails of fate facilitates that for him. They're actually doing exactly what Sephiroth wants right now.
That's that. That's that.
There. One down. I guess that's two down, technically. But who's counting? Amber level 35. Getting real close to my age in IRL.
Come on.
I mean, I didn't hit him, but still procced. It does so much damage, and it's so easy. Like, this literally breaks the game. Counter stance is upsetting. I can't deal with it.
That's that.
So you get Barrett to use Maximum Fury as well. Seems like a fun thing to do. I don't have to use it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have to use it. Nah, Red's busy. He's observing.
This can't be our future.
Just gonna stand there with your non-opposable non-thumb up your ass.
The future is always a blank page.
It's the only defensive or movement option you know. You can't not use counter stance. You have to do it.
them again. Least they could do is give us a little breather.
I say we split up. Take them down at the same time.
In that case, Ultra Big Boy is all mine.
All right, bye guys.
Bring it on, bitch.
Oh, he got called. He called him a bitch. Oh, Cloud has chosen racism today. Okay.
No holding back. It's on now. Shit.
I'm just gonna keep fighting like normal. I don't know. I don't know what you guys want. Oh, they're fusing. They're fusing into a big one. It's a spicy one. Yeah, it's a lot of damage, dude. Flex tape isn't gonna fix this. All right. Whisper Bahamut. Bahamut, or Bahamut, as formed by the coalesce of three whispers: Whisper Rubrum, Whisper Viridi, and Whisper Crocodile. Let's go. What is this, Steven Universe? Yes.
Right. We can do this together.
Yes, it is. Oh, right. You can't count. Looks like the one move in the game you can't counter. Okay. No, that's cool. It's cool. Whisper Fue Coco. I mean, the cameras... The camera's not... It's... I have... Uh-oh. What's going on? It is 27 Celsius in my apartment. Yuck! No, I agree. Disgusting. Welcome to the stream, though. We're gonna get Shiver in here. Also, we're not doing great on health, I've noticed. Oh, is he gonna wipe us? Am I being wiped right now? Is this the flavor of wipe? Yes?
No more playing nice.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Stay back! Guess it wasn't meant to be.
I am actually gonna die. It's the wipe of 87. It absolutely is. Okay. Do I have like a Super Phoenix down somewhere?
Be careful.
Okay, I'll be there.
Alright, well.
I'll do what I can. You okay? One more shot!
Okay, I think we can pull this out of our butts. Somehow.
You'll feel better in a second.
While Bahamut is down, you know what, guys? Just use your limit breaks. I don't care. Just go ahead. You've earned it. Let's get some cures out here.
Back to good now.
There. I pulled it out. We're fine. We're fine now. Didn't exactly go the way I wanted. Just got fucking slapped. You're so confused? It's a lot. It's a lot right now. Did I not order a heal? Pretty sure I ordered a heal. Tifa? Man, I'm gonna have to go copy that question to get him to answer in DMs later. Oh, hang on. Sorry, there's a lot. You missed my bitch question. It's very important for me to get an answer. Alright, hang on. Is the bad guy's race bitch? Or is bitch a racist term now? Man, I'm fucked. No, bitch is a racist term now. When Cloud uses it. Alright, let's get some of that. I'm sensing a pattern with him, and it's fine. I'm just gonna, yeah, see? Yeah, you're done. You're so stupid. Look at you. What a dumb asshole. Let me get Tifa over here. Okay. It looks like Tifa is otherwise busy. That's fine. I can respect that.
How shocking! Get him!
You can keep calling your mom a bitch as a term of endearment? Oh, for sure. Yeah, that was never, I wouldn't take that away from you.
No need to panic. Bring it!
I do like Aerith left when she goes, how shocking. It's because I gave her electricity and she has synergy on, so every time someone uses an ability, she casts electricity. It's caused her to, say it a lot. That was a flash of the final fight against Sephiroth. Don't worry, guys. I'll hold your hand the whole way. I've got all this. You love the puns?
We did it!
I'd like some different ones, though. It's just the same one over and over again. Okay. Yeah, we read this one already. Okay. That's fine.
You jittery? Get him!
Go for it, Tifa. No, Tifa, go for it.
It's over.
Keeps interrupting me. Stop it!
Go for it!
Time to finish this.
Stop everything and read us a story. Oh, you're a monster. You're a monster.
Gotcha.
You're some kind of gremlin. Alright, well. You heard the lady. Oh, the cruelty. The absolute cruelty. This hurts my body and soul. I want you to know that what you've done to me today is something that I will feel possibly for the rest of my life. I love you too. Okay, what do we got here? The fuck? Is that a shadow? No, what is that? A stain? How did that happen? Whatever, probably happened a long time ago. Okay, all right. I've been saving this one. We're going to do a Brothers Grimm tale. But first, we control our emotions, because they're running a bit high at the moment. Stains on my racist storybook. Crazier things have happened. It's not my fault. They're not my stains, I promise. Thank you for the hydrate, Cosmos. Thank you for redeeming control. I'm coming in that book. I'm not, I promise. It's like someone rested the book against a box of pizza or something. Not that I did, but I'm just saying, that's what it looks like. All right, we're going to read Rumpelstiltskin, okay? Because it's the only short story left, and I want to get through this game. Shit, what page was it? I actually didn't even look at what page it was. Hang on. Just worried you might not be streaming long enough to raid me when you're done. Oh, okay. Well, we got cutscenes ahead of us. I'm telling you, I don't even know if we're gonna get it all done in the time frame of the stream. 282. All right. 282. I'll get there. She's streaming tonight? You're just helping? Oh, I'll be there too. If you guys don't show up to Nikki's stream, firing you out of a cannon. Hate to break it to you like this. All right. Right, I got to show you some of the illustrations here. There you go. See? Rumpelstiltskin. Because it's a Thursday. Rumpelstiltskin. There was once a miller who was poorer than most, but he had a beautiful daughter. The girl was the apple of his eye, and her father boasted that she was lovely enough to be a queen. One day the king rode by. He noticed the girl by the mill stream, washing linen. "How beautiful she is," the king thought to himself. Aloud he said, "What is your name?" Before the girl could answer, her father replied, "If you please, sire, that is my..." It sounds way too nice. "If you please, sire, that is my daughter. A finer girl you will never see." All right, bye, Pip Mimi. The king looked down at them both with interest from his beautiful dappled gray horse. "Indeed, she has a lovely face," he replied. The miller's heart swelled with pride. To be sure, but there's more to her than her face." This is so bad. I'm doing it so dirty. I'm going to give him a different voice. "What do you mean, Miller?" the king asked curiously. She can... The miller tried desperately to think of something that would impress the king. His eyes met the king's, and he looked down at his feet. He watched the chickens scratch around in the yellow straw, looking for grain. "She can spin this straw into gold," he exclaimed, but with a look of immense triumph. "But, father," his daughter broke in, dismayed at his untrue words. "A rare girl indeed," the king said, and smiled. "If your fingers can really turn straw into gold, then your place is in my castle. Come with me, and I will see if it is true." The girl had no choice but to obey her king, and together they rode to his castle. When they arrived there, he led her to a high, dark room that was filled with straw. A spinning wheel stood in the center. The king said, "You have until sunrise to spin this dry straw into gold. But if you do not, and if your father has lied to me, then you must surely die." A little intense. It's a little hardcore. The girl heard the bolts being drawn across the door, and she was so terrified that she started to cry. Then she noticed a little man standing in front of her. "Oh, what is the matter?" he asked. "I'm so unhappy," wept the girl. "The king has commanded me to spin all this straw into gold by the morning, and I haven't a notion how to do it." "What will you give me if I do it for you?" "Yeah," the little man asked. "The locket around my neck," she replied. The little man took the locket, sat himself down at the wheel, and in no time at all, the bales of straw were spun into a pile of bobbins full of rich gold thread. As soon as the sun rose, the king came, gross, unbolted the door, and was delighted to see so much new gold around him. But his privy purse was still not nearly full, and he needed a lot more gold to pay the soldiers who guarded his land from greedy neighbors. He took the miller's daughter into a much larger room and told her to spin all the straw into gold by the next morning. That night, the girl began to cry again, for she knew her task was hopeless. But again the little man appeared, and again he said, "What will you give me if I spin the straw into gold for you?" "The belt around my waist," she said. The little man took the belt, and whirr, whirr, round went the spinning wheel again, and bobbin after bobbin was filled with the fine gold thread until there was no straw left. The king was pleased beyond measure at the sight. He knew that with just a little more gold in his treasury, he could really get the country going again. So he filled his largest room with straw and led the girl into it. "If you can spin all of this away during the night," he said, "I will take you as my wife, and then you need never spin straw again." When the girl was alone, the little man appeared for the third time and said, "What will you give me if I spin the straw for you again?" "I have nothing left to give you," she replied. "Then promise me that you will give me your firstborn child when you are queen," said the little man. The girl thought that a lot of things could happen before that, so she promised him what he demanded. When the king came in the morning, he found great heaps of gold where the straw had been. "Oh, miller's daughter," doesn't even know her name yet, he said, "you have spun more gold for me in 3 nights than I could hope to find in 60 years. Your skill is only matched by your great beauty. Will you be my queen? What's your face?" So the girl, who already loved him dearly, became his wife. What? And in time, she gave birth to their son. Oh yeah, nothing gets the old love muscle going like, "Do this shit for me or I'ma kill you." Really, gets me all riled up. She had quite forgotten her promise to the little man, until one day he stepped into the room and said, "Now give me what you promised." The queen was dismayed, and begged him to take all her jewels and riches instead. He refused, but then he said, "Since you cry so bitterly at the loss of your baby, weirdo, I will give you one chance to save him. You may have 3 days in which to guess my name, and if you do, then you may keep him." The queen stayed awake all night, trying to remember all the names she had ever heard. When the little man arrived the following day, she began with Nicholas, Timothy, Hereward, and all the other names she knew. But after each one, he called out, "That is not my name." The next day, she read all the books in the royal library, and in one day, and memorized all the uncommon names in them. She asked, "Is your name Nimrod, or Noah, or Marmaduke?" But he always replied calmly, "That is not my name." The third day, she sent messengers all over the country to learn what names people were calling their children. At length, one messenger came back and said, "I've not been able to find any new names, but on a high hill where the foxes and hares bid each other good night, I saw a little man dancing around a fire, singing, 'Oh, little thinks my royal dame, that Rumpelstiltskin is my name.'" Let me try that again. "Oh, little thinks my royal dame, that Rumpelstiltskin is my name." Imagine the queen's delight when she heard that name. But when the little man arrived that night, she asked first, "Is your name Roger?" "No." "Is your name Robert?" "No." "Is it perhaps Rumpelstiltskin?" "The devil it is! The devil it is!" he screamed and stamped his foot into the ground with such fury that he split in two. Oh shit, for real? Was that it? Was that the end? That was the end. What a cliffhanger. He just died. All right. That's the moral of the story is don't have weird names. I don't know. He stomped his way to hell. I mean, I guess hell isn't racist enough for this book. That's pretty spicy, I guess. Well, I don't feel satisfied at all by that. Foot aneurysm. I don't feel good. I don't feel good about that. Rumpled foreskin. Let me read the chat real quick. See what we got. G-Wolf is here again. True. Okay. Getting out of the C word. Can we not have Hans Christian Andersen or whatever this time? Yeah, I picked a Brothers Grimm story. You're welcome. I was just worried you might not be able streaming long enough to raid me when you're done. Okay, I addressed that. I'm just helping Yi and earlier than usual because it's a Thursday. I'm going to play with cute shit. I like cute shit. Already getting weird story. Don't coward. That's for the giving up the English voice for Mimi's sake. The English voice. Wow, what a piece of shit father. Agreed. I also obey my king, aka me. Good. Strong. Respectable. Yes, let's sell off my daughter with a lie that'll definitely get us both beheaded. Best plan. Well, I don't want to be classist. But he might be a serf for a reason. Anyway, I'm just joking. Kill the girl for her father's lies. Cool, cool. Yeah. Best Rumple voice. Thank you, thank you. It's my villain voice. Give the little man a kiss. Rumple Papyrus. Accurate. I'm so unhappy. He's gonna murder me. Seems a bit of a light feeling for the situation. I mean, she was crying. She did give up a locket. Fuck the little guy. He'll be a better lay than the king, I'm sure. Go give that fairy babies. True. Nikki is the wisest in the land. Give him that ass. You always got that ass. That's true. She didn't even offer that. Right? Maybe the story's more progressive than we thought. Bro, he doesn't know her name. Yeah. Yes, please. Spin all the straw into gold so I can be sexually assaulted by this bitch king, please. Accurate. That's how I do foreplay. Hey, baby, you want to see me spin some straw into gold? Get some every time. Get me. Mace, please, I'm begging you. Get better foreplay. She called him Nimrod. Oh, I have a fun story about that. Okay. Marmaduke. Yeah, that's the Great Dane comic, right? Yo, she called this man a dog. For fuck's sake, don't share your private information, folks. True. It was his own fault. He didn't have two-factor authentication on his name. Moral of the story, stab your dad before he can sell you off and throw you under the bus. That is the moral, yeah. I think that's true. Cosmos liked it? Good. The moral is, if you're a beautiful woman, then everyone around you will always be a piece of shit. That is probably the truest moral I think I've ever seen. Got it in one. Alternate option, don't make fairies do your dirty work. Just fuck them and live in fairyland. Better solution than stomping yourself in half. I'd also just said fuck them. To be frank, Rumpelstiltskin actually was pretty charitable overall. Yeah. Fairies are hot. So the real mystery was, what was the girl's name? Yeah, we never know. She was just Miller's daughter. If you guess her name correctly, is she defeated? She just erupts into like 50 babies. She's just been 50 babies in a woman's suit the whole time. Okay, so a little trivia. I'm about to learn you guys something about the name Nimrod. Now, as we all know, culturally, when you call someone a Nimrod, you're calling them an idiot, right? That's the vibe we all get, right? If anyone actually knows better, please don't jump ahead of me. Let me have this. So, Nimrod is actually a character from the Bible. And in his story, he's actually a genius. He's very, very smart, very clever, very cunning, big brain. Big brain man, Nimrod is. It didn't really come into the cultural lexicon until the Bugs Bunny show, right? Like Looney Tunes. And in one of the episodes where Bugs Bunny is fucking around with Elmer Fudd, he calls him a regular Nimrod. He's being sarcastic by calling him the smartest man ever to call him an idiot. And people, not knowing their Bible, assumed Nimrod means stupid. And so now Nimrod means stupid. That's where we are. Cool, right? It might be apocryphal, but that's what I read. The ad-libs were amazing. Thank you. Thank you. To be fair, a Nimrod sounds like a tool. It does. It sounds like a very specific type of rod. Nikki corroborates it. Okay, well, Nikki is the wisest in the land, so props. Bring it in. GG heathens ruin everything. Study your Bible, kids. Actually, I feel like it was the non-heathens who just kind of played themselves. You know, I'm not going to go too far into it, but I just feel like a lot of people who live their lives according to this book haven't actually read it. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Anyway, let's play Final Fantasy VII. Talk about a game I dislike. Okay, for what? I pick a system? All right. Fallout 76. Fallout 76 is a pile of shit. It's, okay, look. I don't know how it is now. It's probably fine now. Fallout 76. Oh, is Nikki leaving? Got to go back to work. Good luck reaching the end of the game. Thanks, Nikki. Thanks for being here. Thanks for redeeming the story. And thanks for being who you are. Have a good one. I'll catch you later on your stream, hopefully. Okay, so Fallout 76. I already have like a pained track record with Bethesda. What they've done, they basically just make the same riddled with glitches game every time over and over again, right? Like Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout, it's just the same game, right? Some have swords, some have guns. It's the same game. And they're never really made in a competent fashion. The only way to really enjoy a Bethesda game is for the community to fix all the problems for them and turn it into an actual game, because Bethesda won't do it. And if I may say, Elden Ring coming out, it is a large open world with a ton of concurrent things happening, and yet somehow it manages to function with minimal problems. Are you watching, Todd Howard? Are you looking? Do you see it? Fallout 76. By the time Fallout 76 came out, which, by the way, if you don't know, Fallout 76 is sort of like an MMO version of Fallout. You play it online with a bunch of other people, and you like can do quests and build your own character and go on adventures or whatever, right? It's whatever. It's like a Fallout game, but it's also online, which, on the tin sounds pretty cool. It's like a thing that people have wanted for a long time. Like, oh, Oblivion's so fun. If only it was online, right? I realize that there is Elder Scrolls Online, which is an actual MMO. But Fallout 76 came out well after Fallout 4. Fallout 4 has been out for a while by the time Fallout 76 came out, and the community has ironed out basically all the bugs and problems, all the game-breaking glitches, all the crash issues, all of the NPCs randomly falling off cliffs and dying. For the most part, they fixed it with mods. Fallout 76 comes out, and it uses the exact same build as Fallout 4. The exact same one, unmolested by any of the improvements. So it is just as broken when the community already fixed it. So people were constantly losing data, getting logged out. Enemies would like T-pose and just sit there. Quests would be uncompletable. It would take like literally 10 minutes to get in and out of the game. It's just a shit show. It really is. Yeah, they copy and pasted the bugs. They really did. They were really enthusiastic about it. Yeah, massive returns of the game. They had like pre-order. They had like a pre-order thing going on where you could get like a canvas bag or something, and it wasn't canvas. It was like nylon or something. Like they fucked people over. Not everyone who ordered it even got one. Like, yeah, it was bad. The whole thing was bad. I think it might be one of the worst gaming experiences I've had in a very long time. And one of the trophies glitched on me, so I can't get the platinum in it. Adding insult to injury, fucking me one last time before all is said and done. So yeah, thanks Jeffrey for buying that for me. Anyway, let's get back to Final Fantasy VII, already in progress. Did you know I'm level 509 on PSN? Am I? I'm pretty high. Pretty high up there. I've got like 234 platinum trophies at this point, I think. That's pretty high. Anyway, let's get back in. Why didn't I just lead off with couldn't finish the trophies? Because that's just like a minor, it's like a kicker. It's not the reason I think it's a bad game. Yeah, I spend a lot of time playing the Vidya.
I see you.
There we go. Glad I got it in.
Enough.
You're totally believing that actively right now? Well, it's the truth. So believe it. Believe it, Buster. Can't believe she redeemed a story at this pivotal moment. So that's Aerith's death, of course. That would be sad if that happened. Barrett, Avalanche is basically over. I feel like I should hit him with someone that'll reach. Okay, I guess none of us can reach.
Go on.
Okay, now we can reach. You know what it is. Arcane Ward. This music really doesn't fit. I mean, they're trying. There. You want to make lesbian babies with Aerith? Man, who doesn't? I want to make lesbian babies with Aerith. She'd take good care of them. She's got big mom energy. Music like that doesn't help the Kingdom Hearts comparisons? Alright, calm down. We're changing fate. This is a good thing, probably.
Where
maybe.
are we?
I mean, whatever. Aerith is fine.
I'm waiting, Cloud.
Okay, Daddy, calm down. I like things about Aerith. Dyeing a jean jacket is high quality.
What the hell is this?
This is...
Sparta?
Sephiroth.
Is it water? Wet paws, wet paws. Wet beans. There he is. There he is. There he is. I feel like that's a little unfair. Lovingly rendered floating debris. You feel like he's kind of in love with Cloud in this one? Yeah, he's kind of in love with Cloud in Advent Children as well. It's a bit of a spooky obsession. He's very preoccupied with Cloud. Which again, he has no idea who Cloud is for the majority of the main story. Hey, Prime Sonic, welcome to the stream. The part where you lost all hope that this game would actually follow the original plot? Well, it's not the original plot, it's a sequel.
Fate is not to be taken lightly.
I'ma get him! Welcome to the stream. Everyone knows girth beats length. That is true. Ow. Ow.
Come, Cloud.
Alien Onslaught. Telluric Fury. I'm just pointing those out. Just pointing those attack names out. They might look familiar to some of you. No. Remake is a verb. It means remake the timeline.
Do I frighten you?
I see you.
I mean, that should have countered it. Oh, that's a big boy. Not sequel AU reimagining. Yeah, so Pale just gave a whole TED talk about how this was never meant to follow the original. Yeah, I did. I should probably heal myself, huh? Seems like a good move. I'm getting kind of excited. I think Sephiroth can also use Octo/Traveler. And,
Did you miss me?
I did. I need a healer really badly.
No, really.
Alright, I'm just gonna spill it. All the
So what? Screw
I'll
him.
just wait.
Beg for forgiveness.
I don't really want to. All of the attacks that Sephiroth uses, other than the spells, are abilities that he has in Dissidia. Every single one of them. They're all Dissidia moves. Which suggests that that is also the same Sephiroth. The same iteration of Sephiroth was in Dissidia, and is now here. Isn't that neat? Isn't that special?
Keep it together.
Here goes.
He interrupted the heal that I so desperately need and deserve.
Go on.
Scintilla, there's another one. That's a catch move. If you attack him, he releases it. That's another move from Dissidia. This is like full-on Sephiroth's moveset from Dissidia. Hell's Gate, there's another one. Fuck. Whoops. Got a little excited. Why does that...
That's shocking.
Okay, he's not going
So
well.
it's my turn?
I'm kind of losing the plot here. Tails nerding out. I am! I won't be stopped.
Can you take over for me?
I mean, I'm trying to. Alright, Aerith. Nope, not regen. So what? Screw him. Aerith, good. Owie!
Beg for forgiveness.
Alright, check this out. I'm begging for shit.
Come on. That's it.
Ah, fuck. I thought he was going to do another thing.
You jittery?
Now you're in for it.
Okay, we got
You're
him.
done.
I need more regen. I do. If I can, like, get an ATB for Aerith without being really low on health, I think I'll cast it.
Finish it.
Right. My turn.
Yeah, just attack. Well, yeah, there you go. Falling out of midair. That's the move. That's the play. I guess I'll do it now.
It's your turn now.
Leave it to me. Let's do this.
How shocking.
Sloppy.
Get him.
Oh, you do.
Good as dead.
You want a Nodachi? They're pretty cool swords. Pretty handsome boys. Oh, he's got the one wing. He took it out. There it is. Tifa. That's right. We got Tifa back.
Tifa.
Things are about to change around here.
What I miss?
Let's go.
Bondage. We're gonna win with the power of friendship.
Enjoy it.
Come on.
Hurry up. He was too slow.
All right.
This sure is hurting me a lot. Let's see if we can't do anything about that.
Try me.
Why one wing? Yeah, why anything is pretty true. Still coming? Alright, I don't know.
I'm waiting.
Damn it. Ah, the timing. My timing is so bad. Why is my timing so bad? Because we're cool mostly.
All set.
Alright. That's the wrong direction, Tifa. Gotta be honest with you. Alright, Tifa's not
Here
helping.
goes. Give me your best
Apparently
shot.
Sephiroth doesn't care about your full counter combo. No, he can just kind
That
of
was close.
ignore it. He just does that. That's just who he is. So is the whole one wing thing actually explained in universe? Obviously, it's like a fallen angel thing thematically, but why does he actually have it? I feel like it has something to do with his connection with Genova. You know, like she's an evil space alien that isn't actually an ancient, but she seems to be hip to the fact that Sephiroth is helping her out. So I think they kind of, you know, I think Genova helped him realize the potential of her cells in his body. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, buddy? I think we're just gonna single target this one.
Why don't you lead the way?
Take it over.
Don't look away.
There it is, Octaslash. Ow. I blocked that. Just let the record reflect, but I blocked that.
Oh, the memories.
The song is titled One Wing Native,
I've
sure.
got you covered.
You can have a wing, but only one. Yeah, basically. Oh, that's fire. And a baseball.
I'll end this.
I feel like I won't. I feel like I'm having a really hard time with it.
No holding back.
Hey, buddy.
Too bright?
Yes, Wesker. Kind of like being Wesker.
Deal with that.
I got this.
Oh, I'm trying, dude. I'm trying to deal with it.
One's for you. So it's my turn? Give me your best shot. It's your turn.
Hang back.
Get him.
Beg for forgiveness.
I mean, I will as soon as I heal myself. You love Wesker? He could break my bones and I'd punch him in the mouth. That's pretty wild. It's a wild kind of romance.
You jittery?
Take the lead.
Let me. How shocking.
All right, here we go. Unleash Unleash!
One more shot.
That was good. We unleashed. Let's get Carbuncle out here one last time. I feel like we shouldn't do this without Carbuncle.
Hope you're ready.
Some of the Sephiroth's lines remind me of Virgil's. Oh. Get him, Carby. Fuck him up. What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? You bringing the, bringing Meteor?
Enjoy.
You hear that limits are better at raising the stagger than doing the damage afterwards? I don't know. I'm just gonna block this and then have Aerith limit break it. Because this is scary. A lot of scariness happening here. Are you done? Okay, never mind. This is like a completely different... This is a different thing.
Deal with that.
Tifa! No, you're punching the wrong direction again, Tifa.
Let's go.
Okay, well,
Here goes.
Tifa's no help. Am I ever going to do a playthrough of the real FF7? It would be so long on stream. It really would. It would be a long-ass time.
Can you take over for me?
Get him, Carby. Why isn't Sephiroth taking out half the planets in our solar system, not his? I mean, I don't know. It didn't work the first time. Hello? Are you high enough up there? Big dumb shit?
Take the lead.
I know, this is a job for Tifa. We gotta use the right move, though.
You're gonna feel this one.
Darkness falls.
Uh-oh. I want darkness to fall.
Stay back. Get him.
Wow, that hurt the most. Good thing Aerith wasn't in the middle of it.
I can't. Stay strong. Okay?
Tifa the Mage.
There. Don't think you'll walk away from this.
I don't feel comfortable using her limit break just yet, because he's gonna kill her.
Not throwing in the towel.
Alright. I'm coming for you. Oh, shit. That's really unpleasant.
I'm coming.
Gross.
Say your goodbyes.
You've got this.
Let's do this.
Okay. Get him. Go on.
There we go. Do you think Sephiroth would use the sword in bed, asking for a friend? Oh, he definitely would. I feel like calling it the original doesn't do it justice. What would you
We
prefer?
can do this. We can.
I guess you would prefer the real Final Fantasy VII, huh?
Make it right.
I like to call it the original, and then timeline is the hidden second half of that sentence. Because it is the original timeline. The whole point of this game is to buck the timeline and do something different.
Quickly.
It's what I'm asking for. Honestly, I really like it. And I want to be clear that it's not just an alternate timeline. This is a sequel to Advent Children. To be fair, Cloud is even more Mako than a soldier anyway. Probably about the same. Actually, no. Well, this version of Cloud is about the same. The original timeline, Cloud fell into the life stream and got super poisoned. Yeah, Sephi really likes Cloud. Look at this. Look at
Careful
this.
now.
Ooh.
That which lies ahead does not yet exist.
You tell him. Tell him, big man. I need someone to look at me like this.
Our world will become a part of it one day, but I will not end. Nor will I have you end.
This is...
The edge of creation. Cloud, lend me your strength.
Yes, Prime Sonic, that is what he's saying.
Let us defy destiny together.
I will have your end.
Never.
Boy, they really know how to swing those things.
Not yet.
Yeah, basically it's just Advent Children 2. No, my twin stinger. I waited the whole game to get that.
7 seconds till the end.
Good observation, Jazz.
Time
That's
enough
exactly
for
what's
you.
happening.
Perhaps. But what will you do with it? Let's see.
So I'm not sure what he means by that 7 seconds until the end line. Not totally clear on it. It's probably something that'll happen later. I'm sure it'll have meaning later.
Mr.
7
Vice President.
sequels to Final Fantasy VII.
Mr. President. That's right.
All the hotties are shoring up. And then there's Heidegger. Bye, Heidegger. Don't play Heidegger like that. I don't like Heidegger. I don't like him. Hey, Beatloaf. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Men with bellies can go longer. That's true. There's nothing wrong with Heidegger. I just don't like him. Personality-wise, there's a lot wrong with Heidegger. Thank you for the hydrate, Papa Beatloaf. Thank you for redeeming control. Cosmos might need a cold shower. After all that, don't blame her. And then there's Hojo. Can you believe a pretty boy like Sephiroth came out of that guy's balls? Can you believe that? I can't. So that was Stamp. It looked like a little terrier, right? Hey, it's Zach.
Wait. Was that all of them?
Consider Liv Tyler. Interesting. Zach didn't get shot to death. It definitely upsets you that Hojo had sex with at least one woman in his life.
Hey, Cloud. You see that?
So this scene couldn't happen in the timeline that we just played through because Cloud had to have watched Zack die to end up in Midgard to start the game. So even in this timeline where Zack survives, he can see fate being dissipated. Did Sephiroth literally kidnap Cloud? No, he just took him aside for a little chat. A little powwow. Okay, Beatloaf. Yeah. At the end of Crisis Core. Whatever. Beatloaf, look, could you just be a good boy? Behave yourself. Did Sephiroth kidnap Cloud to start this game?
Thank you.
No. Hang on. I mean, maybe, but the way that I interpret it. So okay, the Nibbleheim disaster happens. Cloud and Zack get collected by Hojo and experimented on. Zack is okay because he's already in Soldier. Cloud was not. So the introduction of Genova cells and Mako didn't have a great effect on him. He's basically brain dead for quite a while. Zack drags him out of the lab. They manage to escape. They catch a truck heading towards Midgar, and they crawl their asses to the Midgar city limits. Shinra catches up, shoots Zack to death. Cloud ends up with Zack's clothing and his sword and no memory of how he got to Midgar, and he thinks he's the one that was in Soldier. So that's how the game starts. And that's how this alternate timeline of the game starts as well. It's not the only thing Zack caught. The thing that we just saw where Zack didn't die, that is yet another different timeline. From that different timeline, he could see what happened in the one that we're playing, where we just destroyed Fate. We destroyed the Whisper's ability to maintain the integrity of the timeline. That's my interpretation of what happened. Did Aerith fuck Zack? I forget. Probably. I don't think she had time. They just started to develop romantic feelings for each other, and then Zack had to go to Nibbleheim. Dog! And Hojo isn't here, so all is good. And now we get a new story and fans are mad. True. Honestly, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens next, because it could be anything. It's so refreshing. Which color and number is Cloud? What do you mean? Cloud does that experiment, prophetic mumbling, right? Oh, you mean like the Sephiroth clones? Okay, so he was actually he didn't get branded. He was deemed by Hojo to be a failed experiment because he wasn't going to survive the treatment, right? You need to be able to survive the treatment to be a proper Sephiroth clone. Cloud washed out, but Zack saved him. You prefer these kind of remakes because if you want the same story, go fucking play the old game? I'm with you. Also, it's not a remake. Yeah, and Biggs survived. Isn't that crazy? Biggs wasn't supposed to survive.
Marlene.
I had to go down with the Yellow Squadron.
Daddy?
No, I think Wedge made it too.
Marlene!
That is Barrett's daughter, yes. She's a sweetie pie.
I'll come back.
I mean, honestly, Prime Sonic, and if I can say this, and I might upset some people, this is just my opinion. If you were a real fan of Final Fantasy VII, you would notice something was wrong immediately. It doesn't take more than half an hour to start seeing stuff is not the way it's supposed to be. I keep saying it, but the scene where Sephiroth shows up after the first reactor, and he's super intimate with Cloud, he has no idea who Cloud is. He shouldn't. That should be like a big red flag. And then it's just constant red flags throughout the entire story. That's just me. Cancel me. I don't give a shit.
So, what now?
Yeah, because Aerith literally doesn't know. She has no idea what comes next. This has never happened before.
Sephiroth. As long as he's still out there.
I agree.
I thought you beat him.
Hold on, sorry. Sorry for all the interruptions. This is like really important to me. Okay, I'm saying Square Enix should have marketed this as an FF7 sequel instead of a remake. I agree with you. The twist is really cool, but the fact that they marketed it this way has like, there's still people who have beaten this game and don't realize that it's a sequel. I've had arguments with like really intelligent people that think that my interpretation of the events is just like a fan theory. I don't get it. Like it's really frustrating to me. And it's also the kind of game that you can't really talk about until someone's beaten it. The fact that they call it Final Fantasy VII Remake really does it a disservice. It's not my favorite.
We can.
Sephiroth comes next.
We will. Count me in.
If it's to be a hunt, you could use a nose like mine.
We sure can, buddy. You're a good boy. And so are you, Barret. You're a good boy, too.
I'm in too. Bastard wants to destroy the whole planet, doesn't he? An enemy of hers is an enemy of Avalanche.
Barret is now Avalanche. Barret can talk. See, Papa Beatloaf chose racism today, too. So I'm not really sure how to interpret this scene. I think this is just sort of like phantom visions of other timelines. Now that fate has been destroyed.
There, Cloud. We're almost there.
This is now the timeline where Zack didn't die, obviously, that we're looking at. And he takes Cloud to Midgar himself. Aerith will remember that. I have noticed that, Sonic. Yeah, it's very true.
I miss it. The steel sky.
He got killed by Monster House off screen. The unknown journey will continue. I'm sorry. Am I being a jerk? How does anyone play this game and not realize what this is? How? How do you do it? You just have Netflix on in the background the entire time? Like what? I hate this real sky. Sunset is awful. Probably because they weren't born in time to have played the original. No. I've talked to people who claim to have played the original as recently as a year ago, who are like, no, this is not a sequel, it's a remake. If it's not a remake, why is it called remake? Like, I just, it hurts me. It hurts me. Nama Sensei is one of these people. Bum number one, love that guy. Respect the shit out of him. He does not believe that this game is anything but a remake of Final Fantasy VII. Ow! This game is considerably less confusing than the regular Final Fantasy VII. Also true. Actually, I'll share like a little anecdote. I'm not gonna like name names or anything. I'll name one name. When this game was first out, Papa Beatloaf was like interested in maybe playing it, and he made a post asking if he should play the original. And some of his friends were like, nah, just play this one. It's just a remake anyway. And I'm like, no. Play the original. Trust me. You want to. I can't tell you why, but you have to. And like his friends got mad at me, thinking that I was like trying to, I don't know, be like some kind of purist or something. It's like, no, it's not. It's not purism. It's literally, it's like watching Star Wars Episode 5 before watching Star Wars Episode 4. Why would you do that? Its backstory. Oh. Its backstory in the way that a previous entry in an ongoing story is a backstory. I don't know. I mean, I'd rather watch a lore video at this point. I hate how Prima Strategy Guide FF7 is. I have no patience for that anymore. And I think I even said, like, watch like a recap or something. Like, you don't have to play through the entire, like, the whole game. Just watch a recap to get the important story beats. Because, like, just deciding like, oh, I don't have to play the original, or I don't have to know anything about the original, this is a remake, that's another reason why the game being titled that is such a disservice. You had a friend tell you a lot? I was like, it's like I was sitting on bees, trying not to spoil it for anyone. This isn't like DMC and not playing Devil May Cry. No, not at all. Not at all, because those are completely different continuities. They're not even like, you know what I mean? They're not connected. That is an actual reimagining. There are people that say like this is a straight remake. There are people saying that this is a reimagining of the original story. It is staggering how many people who have played it, who've played both, say that this is not a sequel. I'm losing my mind over this. I've been so mad about it for like a year. Anyway, Final Fantasy VII Remake. We did it. I'm really glad that we actually got it done. Dee's husband can get off my nuts, and I'm really feisty. I'm really feisty about it, and I tried really hard, to hold it in for you guys, because the whole reason why I picked this game is so I could talk about this right now. That's why. This is a PSA. Not enough people realize what the hell they played, and I need them to know. Yeah, so I mean, I want to be like, what did you guys think? What, did you enjoy it? But like, it was really splintered. I took a bunch of hiatuses. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys didn't even remember the first pieces of it. I'm gonna do one thing once we finish the credits here. I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna start a new game. I just want to show you the opening cutscene. So the next plan, you have to become a top-level streamer so people watch these VODs. Yep, I do. And I have to market the Final Fantasy VII Remake stream in all its echoey glory, to everyone that I can, all the time. Much enjoy? Thank you. Oh, this video is going to get content ID matched. That's fine. I don't make any money off YouTube anyway. It's all right. It's cool. It's Gucci. What's going on, Cosmos? Tell me your feelings. What's happening to you right now? Content ID. Game contains game music. Right? It's ridiculous. Dude, I got content ID matched on a Final Fantasy XIV video that I uploaded, unlisted, where someone in like a town square was playing Megalovania on a harp, and I got flagged for having Undertale music. Having never played this or the original, is it good? Awesome. All right, fine. There's more. There's more credits. This game has ancillary credits. Let's go change this fate. Can I kill some whispers? Absolutely. Let's get my videos monetized. My unlisted shit gets hit too. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, like, even if you private it, it gets hit. My wife agrees that calling it remake was a mistake. Yeah, and like, I get what they were going for, and I've explained what I'm pretty sure they were going for. That like, remake is a verb that's part of the twist. Like, oh, it's not a remake, it's remake. Haha. But we're not that smart. Just as a primate, we're not that smart. So it just kind of, it was wasted. It was wasted on a lot of people. Bro, I'm trying to watch every one of Pale's videos. I mean, I'm sorry. Still like Spyro more? That's fair. Now the question is, how are we going to get the kids to play the original? I mean, it's on the same platform, right? You can get Final Fantasy VII HD on... Give it the old Kingdom Hearts bunch of punctuation, make. Yeah, the whole re-colon thing is quite a trend, isn't it? I don't really even know what it's supposed to mean. Reply? You definitely don't fall asleep to some of the vids? Some of the VODs? It's my voice, isn't it? I could put paint to sleep. My sister just showed up and immediately said, such frogs. Good. The peeper frogs. Peeper frogs are adorable. Not every FF can be as good as 15 Pale. This man came out choosing violence. I said to behave yourself. Pretty sure I said that. Getting the original FF7 isn't hard, but it's definitely a game from the late 90s. It definitely shows its age. Yeah, that's why, like, to anyone who's interested in playing this game who's never played the original, I would suggest like a YouTube recap or something. Like, I'm not a purist about it. I'm like, you have to play the entire game, do every side quest before you can touch this one, or it won't make sense. Like, no, a recap is fine. You just need to know. It's important. You just have to. Otherwise, there's no point. Like I said, Prima Guide. You literally need a roadmap to do it properly. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that is a bit arcane in the original FF7. Like, most people don't see that Zack sequence. I didn't see it for like my first 2 playthroughs. There's a lot that you can miss. And with the localization being kind of dodgy, and with how long the game is, it can be kind of hard to keep all the pieces together, for sure. A lot of games are like that. The most game that's like that is Xenogears. 100%. That is like the most ponderous, arcane RPG I think I've ever played. And I love it. It's my favorite. Honestly, most of the cases of people hating this I've seen are people so obsessed with the original that they went in already prepared to hate it no matter what. And I think that's kind of what this was meant to address. Like, the Final Fantasy VII Remake has been something that people have wanted since, like, the PlayStation 2. It's all people talked about for over a decade. Make a remake, make a remake, make a remake. To a point, like, it hit such a level that there's no way they could have done this game in a way that people liked. The specter of expectation is too big. The whispers of the naysayers. Basically, yeah. I mean, that's kind of an allegorical comparison. The whispers are so desperate to keep the timeline the way it's supposed to be because they want this game to be a straight remake. Wii colon is my favorite Wii game. Now play Pandora's Tower. I haven't even played Pandora's Tower yet. Like I said, Prima got... Okay, I read that part. Pale, we get it. Go... Just kidding. Go. I thought you told me to go jerk off. I'm like, I will. I'm doing it now. Dark Side Phil. This is that meme again, guys. Me nerding out about something and you guys liking it. And we are the Taylor Swifts. You got to get going, Sonic. Yeah, as soon as the credits are done, I'm pretty much gonna like call it. But thank you for being here. Thank you. It's always cool when you show up. Have a good one. Take care. Okay. Why don't you just go take care? Why is this game so different? You wedge off the building. You know, Wedge is the unsung hero of this game. Okay? Have you seen how many thumbs up he's given? It's a lot. When is DLC? We're gonna tackle that on Tuesday. It's gonna be the next stream. I don't want to start it yet. So I think I'm gonna replay the intro really quick, and then we're gonna give it a go. We're just gonna give it a get out of here. You're sleepy? I thought I was going to do something after FF7. Yeah, not today. We're going to start the Yuffie DLC on Tuesday, right? And that will probably take about 2 streams to finish, maybe. And then we're going to move on to Devil May Cry 5. And Advent Children, I think we can do Advent Children on the weekend, actually. If we're still doing an anime watch party, which has been happening, and people are welcome to join, and it's encouraged, especially for this one. Hey, Sly, right at the end. You got here. Oh my god. I have 2. DLC doesn't count, but I'm still going to do it. Yeah, hopefully we can get Advent Children going on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern is usually when we do it. So I encourage everyone to show up for that if they can. You're glad you got peanuts? Me too. Pop a peanut loaf. You missed my very heated nerd screed about this game and the way it has delivered itself to the populace. You missed all of it. Probably for the best. You know, when Dr. Pee-Pee comes out of his office, you know, nobody's safe. You're gonna have to watch the VOD. I'm just a spicy little butt munch about it. That's all. How gamers are dumb. It beggars belief. It really does. It's one thing if you just didn't get it. Here we go again. It's one thing if you just didn't get it. That happens. I can't expect everyone to be a genius and catch everything. Okay? But when presented with evidence, to just sit there and deny it, to vehemently tell me to my face that I'm wrong, it's a crime by itself. But when I'm actually right about it, the worst. Clearly the worst of times. Can't expect everyone to be a Nimrod. See, you've been paying attention. That's all I ask. Worst of times. Worster of times. That's what it's been. But yeah, overall, like I thought this was really cool. I thought the whole thing, the execution of it all, the twisted twists. I think they did a great job characterizing everyone. Like, stunning performances all around. You know? Including Tifa and her, yeah. I like her too. I think despite everyone's complaints, for whatever reasons they have them, I think this is the best possible thing that Square Enix could have done with this property, with this Final Fantasy VII Remake idea. Thank you for the hydrate, Chaos, or Cosmos, Chaos Complete, Chaos Control! Thank you for the hydrate, and thank you for redeeming Control. I honestly can't see this having gone better than it did. You didn't want them to poop out a reskin? Yeah, me neither. Honestly, I feel like this game is a decent compromise, because it touches all the important beats, right? It's not like it completely jumps off the rails into something completely different that doesn't even resemble Final Fantasy VII anymore. It's still Final Fantasy VII. At least, this part of it is. The important beat loafs remain intact. So there is a post-credit scene. That's why I'm kicking around here. Doing some kicks. Haya. Wata. Etc. Et ancients. Post-credit scene. Never heard of that before. No. It's coming. Trust me. You probably don't know what a post-credit scene is, because it happens so infrequently. You see, after the credits are done... No, get this. After the credits are done, there's another scene. With more story. After the credits. Not before them, but after. Like at the end. You know? Yeah, it's cool. Thank you. You love learning here. One of the coolest things about playing this game as well is playing it again. So we're just going to stream it one more time. No, it is playing it again, because once you know what's going on, if you haven't really been noticing everything that's happened, once you know what's going on, playing through it again, you really pick up a lot. You really do. You're like, oh wow, okay, so this wasn't just something you tacked on at the end. This was a concerted effort from the beginning. That's another criticism that I see, that they just tacked a Kingdom Hearts ending to the end of it, and it made no sense. No, it made sense. Made perfect sense. Thank you very much. Nier Round 2. That's going to be Nier Automata. You pick on the obvious tells of the story they're telling you. Yeah. You notice when they beat you over the head with a neon sign. If you choose to do that, then you'll appreciate it. But only if you make that choice. Yeah, I mean, this drives me crazy. It's going to drive me crazy forever. But I love this game. And I'm very excited for part 2. And what's going to be hilarious? We could just someone clip this or something. If I'm wrong, it's going to be so funny. Like, if Final Fantasy VII Remake 2, or whatever they're calling the next part, is literally just one-for-one Final Fantasy VII, but with, some creative liberties added in, I'm going to look like such a Dumbo. It's going to be amazing. It'll be great. I will swallow all of the diarrhea that is owed to me if I'm wrong about this, but I am so sure that I'm not. And that's the bottom line. Okay. All the diarrhea from my G Fuel flavor? Yeah, full diaper. Yeah, so on Tuesday, like I said, on Tuesday we're going to do the Yuffie DLC. It's pretty good. It doesn't really add, it doesn't give me answers. It does its own thing, which is still fine, but I'm just give me the thing, and it doesn't do it, but it's still really, really fun. So we're gonna do it. It's like maybe 2 or 3 hours long. We get 2 new completely playable characters, 2 completely new playable characters. I can't talk, and it changes combat considerably. The only impression I got from it is Yuffie seems fun to play. Yeah, and she is. I'm actually gonna have to go in and like fiddle around a little bit to remember how to play before I start. Okay, so chapter select has now been unlocked. Open the main menu to access system chapter selection to replay any chapter from the beginning using your current character's weapons and materia. This is a great way to tackle uncompleted quests, find story elements you missed the first time through, and more thoroughly explore Midgar. Hard difficulty is now unlocked and can be selected by going to the chapter select and playing one of the chapters. In this difficulty, items cannot be used and only HP is restored at rest spots. However, certain manuscripts are only available in this difficulty setting. A record of your play adventure can be viewed from the system log blah 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 in the main menu. The log contains information about battle records to story branches. Bonus XP and AP. You will now earn twice as much EXP and 3 times as much AP. New Combat Simulator has been accessible from Hojo's lab. To test it out, select Chapter 17. The bike minigame can now be skipped from the pause menu. Additionally, Aerith could never participate in the Coliseum. You can take her back to the Coliseum and get her second limit break, which is basically protects you from damage for a bit. Okay, so I don't know if because I beat this already, it's not going to show the extra scenes. If that's the case, I'll be pretty mad because they're good. Seems like it didn't play the scenes. That's really weird. Oh, I don't like that at all. All right, I'm going to link the scenes in the Discord so people can see them. It's more Zack stuff. It shows Midgar. Maybe it happened while I was playing and I got so caught up I didn't notice. Did this happen? So no, it didn't because they just passed each other. There's supposed to be a scene where like Zack is looking at Midgar and it's like a thriving metropolis instead of like a steampunk class divide, and then like there's a stamp flyer and it's like a different breed of dog. Right? Did I miss that? No, I think we saw that already. I might be losing my mind here. I think we did see that already. I think the whole time Stamp was like a Saint Bernard and then we saw Stamp as a terrier. It happened? Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. I got caught up. Okay, there isn't a post-credit scene. I lied to all of you. Am I okay? No, I'm not. No, I am not, madam. Okay, hang on. We're just gonna do the opening scene really quick. And because all right, when we're playing a chapter, use chapter select. Quest and story data will be temporarily reset. You will, Madam M, retain all acquired collectibles such as music discs and manuscripts. Completing a chapter will update your previous play data, but switching to a new one midway through will cause you to lose your current progress for that chapter. Yeah, it's kind of spicy. Okay. So, something that I mentioned earlier while I was explaining everything was that Aerith pretty much knows what's going on right away. And I'd like to point out just something from the beginning scene of the game that leads me, aside from all the other evidence throughout the playthrough, that I feel makes this very obvious. So I'm going to take myself off the camera really quick, and we're just going to talk. Just going to talk a little bit. Just kidding. This is an entire complete playthrough. We're doing it on hard mode next. See you guys in 2023. Maybe we should make a podcast specifically about this game and why gamers are dumb. I could probably make like 300 episodes about it, honestly. I would be repeating myself a lot, but I seem to like that. I seem to be pretty comfortable in that grind set. Okay, so something that I want you to pay attention to is the musical stings that happen while Aerith is looking at the little Mako exhaust vent. Like in the original game, it pans in on Aerith's face, and she's looking at like a Mako exhaust. And she does it here too, but it's a little bit different. Sly noticed it too. Yeah, so I'm not crazy. So a little bit of one-winged angel in there, and she looked pretty concerned. Something startled her in that alleyway. I don't know. That was it. I mean, it's probably very subtle, but that's what I'm reading into it. If that was like my only piece of evidence for Aerith knowing what's going on, then it would be pretty flimsy. But I feel like it really sets the stage. There's so many times that she's like really coy about it. Basically, like, you know, tips her hat and finger guns the camera, you know? Koi fish about it. Okay. All right. That's, yeah. All right. Final Fantasy VII, everybody. Yeah. So we're gonna do the Advent Children movie on Saturday, hopefully, and then on Tuesday we're going to do the DLC. No time for a second playthrough where you hammer every point. No. I mean, I could do that, but I really don't want to. I feel like I made my case. I feel like if you want to learn more, you can look it up. Anyway, let me do the all right piece. Thank you for the entire stream that I totally saw all of. You know, I did it for all of you. Least of all myself. Least of all my own mania. Geez, thanks guys. You're welcome. All right. I appreciate everyone who showed up. I appreciate everyone who stayed even more. If you like me, you can follow me. All the socials are on the page there, right in front of you. Discord, Twitter, YouTube. Join the Discord if you want to be part of the community. We're pretty chill, usually. Sometimes we're a little bit bonk, usually pretty chill. The next stream is supposed to be Undertale, so let's hope it is on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. We might get close to the end of Undertale too. Who knows? We'll just wrap it all up, and I could throw myself into the sea. So until then, please take the sweetest care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. We made it. We made it, guys. Let's raid somebody. Do we have Nikki? Is Nikki up? Ooh, Nikki's not up yet. Nikki isn't up yet. You know what? Out of solidarity, I'm going to pour one out. I'm going to take a control, and I'm not gonna raid Nikki because she's not going. But when she starts, I'm going to announce her stream in the Discord, and I hope you guys go and give her some love. You love me and it was fun, Jazz? Thank you. That's very kind of you. Control. Shit. All right, let's do it again. I lost the cap. We're pouring it out into my esophagus. All right, cool. So, we'll be back with more very soon. That's it. Stream's over. Everybody out.